Zeophate plays StarOcean, the Divine Force. Okay, so let's continue on, shall we? Computer's being a little laggy.
The truth is, I have no idea why Bennett the Astoria's captain opened fire. It's a mystery to me.
Is that your idea of a joke?
Lieutenant Kenny, Captain Raymond's point about treaty violations stands. I should inform you. I will be making a record of this planet, and everything stated between us here. If you are unable or unwilling to speak candidly, this discussion will likely become unpleasant.
I am well aware of that. Am I correct in assuming you're an android?
Yes, I am an Arnold Robotics model E014297.
Her name's Elena.
I have heard that the androids made by Arnold Robotics on Vergold are among the finest in the galaxy. Elena, I swear to you that all I speak here is absolutely true, including the fact that I came here to help.
What is this bull?
Ray. Lieutenant Kenny, I logged an unnatural delay between the second and third barrage just before the Aegis was downed by the Astoria. Can you please explain what caused this?
The truth is, Captain, we can be in contact range of the Vergold registered merchant vessel Aegis in 3 minutes.
Good work. Activate cloaking device. 60 seconds after activation, warp out and prepare to attack.
Captain, please wait. May I remind you, cloaking is for emergency situations only. It is also prohibited during warp for the safety of other vessels.
And I'm saying this is an emergency situation. Or perhaps you elite officers can't follow orders without explaining each little law they're based upon.
No, it's just that we have no reason to fire upon a ship from planet Vergold, especially without warning. Even if they were hostile, attacking without warning is a violation of Article 32.
Cloak has been activated, Captain. Now exiting warp.
Wait!
Lieutenant Kenny, I didn't hear you repeat the captain's orders.
Upon exiting warp, prepare to attack.
Now entering conventional space. 1 million kilometers to the Aegis. Currently at 1/4 impulse.
Excellent. Decloak at 500,000 kilometers. Arm the phase cannons. Fire the first barrage at 350,000 kilometers.
Base cannons? Do you intend to destroy them?
Lieutenant Kenny, I didn't hear you repeat the order.
Repeating the orders isn't merely for confirmation. It is also to allow for correction in the event of an order given in error.
We have an issue. It appears the good lieutenant doesn't know what activities the Vergoldians have been up to.
Are you referring to their recent actions as an anti-Federation influence? Even then, attacking them unprovoked and without notice will only work to their benefit.
Now within 350,000 kilometers of enemy vessel.
Replace Lieutenant Kenny on tactical authority. Now! Fire the first barrage!
Firing first barrage.
No!
Enemy shields efficiency holding at 60%.
Arm proton torpedoes and launch in succession once we have a lock on them. Just make sure not to hit their engines. We're after the cargo they have stored there. I want it in one piece.
We have a lock. Firing proton torpedoes.
Enemy vessel's shields holding at 20%. Captain, their warp drive remains intact. They could still attempt escape maneuvers.
Hurry with the next phase cannon barrage. I'd rather have them destroyed than let them get away.
Captain, what you are doing is criminal. Upon my authority as first officer, I hereby relieve you of command.
Very well. I do believe it's written in your beloved Federation laws that the consent of 3 senior officers is needed to relieve a captain of their command. Are there any among you that agree with Lieutenant Kenny?
Wait, what?
Lieutenant, you are hereby removed from duty for the crimes of disobeying an order and treason. Now off to the brig, Mariel.
Yeah, they're trying to cover everything up.
Wake up, everyone! This is crazy! What's happened to you all?
I see. That would certainly explain the delay before their third barrage. In which case, Raymond, I do believe we owe Lieutenant Kenny some thanks.
Howdy,
Sure,
jeepers. How's
if her
everything
story's
going?
true. So what cargo was this Bennett guy after anyway?
Duma, most likely.
That thing?
The 3 Virians appeared most interested in Duma as well. They too are part of your Federation, correct?
What are you?
But what
It's
I
only
still
1
don't
a.m.
get
here,
is why you're here
given we got
now,
time change,
Mariel.
but I'm
Weren't you
probably going to
sent
be
to
going
the
to about
brig?
6 a.m. So at least another
I
5
was
hours or
released
so.
as soon as we returned to base. My guess is the captain thought me a nuisance, but little more than that. So I borrowed a ship from the space station and escaped once I had the chance.
What?
I was hoping to recover the black box of the Aegis. With it, I should be able to acquire proof of Captain Bennett's misconduct.
I find it unlikely that a Federation base would overlook the departure of a borrowed vessel not within their flight plans.
That's way worse than just disobeying orders. Why would you go so far?
When I was little, my grandmother taught me the ins and outs of the Federation's core systems. I can infiltrate them pretty much as I please. I'm certain my use of the ship will go unnoticed for some time. And my grandfather had this to say to me. Trust in what you think is right. I know you've got what it takes to stick to your principles through thick and thin. Now, go and apologize to the Aegis's captain.
Emerson T. Kenny. Quite the hero, sending his granddaughter here with a stolen ship.
I've played that character.
That's not all. Some members of the crew who doubted the motives of Bennett and the Astoria also came along with me. The high-speed merchant vessel Akizuki is now currently monitoring my status from planetary orbit.
You mean to say that your comrades are observing all this from some unseen location?
Oh, yes. I know it might be discomforting, but it was a necessary precaution to ensure my safety.
Thank you for healing my father. On behalf of my kingdom, I offer you my sincerest gratitude.
Yeah, you don't need to yell like that.
Oh, did I misunderstand in some way?
Well, no, not exactly. I just wasn't expecting...
Is it odd that I wish to express my thanks to those who saved the life of a loved one? Chloe, do you believe Marielle here is lying?
No, Princess Leticia. I believe she is telling the truth.
Ray, you are within your rights to be angry about your vessel. Be that as it may, I find Lieutenant Kenny to be honest in her attempts to enact justice.
All of the crew, including myself, share the blame for not stopping the Astoria's attack upon your ship. You have my word that we will make the proper restitutions, punish those responsible, and bring the truth to light. Captain Raymond.
Fine. If you do end up in a Federation courtroom for this, I suppose I can appear on your behalf as a witness.
Thank you.
Now, we know that Bennett is after Duma, and also that you, apparently, don't know why. Next question is, who the hell are these Virians?
Well, I can't say for certain. However, those two I met were also being hunted by Captain Bennett, much like the Aegis. They are military deserters from Vir, another Federation member planet.
Deserters? So that's why there are no other Virians in the Empire.
This is all according to Bennett, though, so I can't be sure how much of it is true. The only thing I know for certain is that they are acting unlawfully here on this planet.
Violating the UP3, huh?
Yes, correct. I realize this is rude of me to ask, but will you help me apprehend them?
Why don't you just transfer them?
That's impossible without transport trackers or communicators, as you know.
It would seem, then, that the interests of all present are in alignment.
Yeah. We gotta charge into the Empire, take the Virians alive, and put an end to this war. Those three are the key to everything happening on this planet and up in space.
I cannot permit the use of Akizuki's equipment, but I can assist. Personally.
What's the matter?
Oh, it's just that while I understand what Marielle is saying, there's still something that kind of bothers me. I got the impression that the Virians had truly sworn their loyalty to the Empire.
Huh?
It's not like we have to change our plan or anything. Just something to keep in mind, I guess?
Your hunches often prove correct. We will be careful.
Right.
Now then, I think it best if we consult with Maester Midas and the others about how to proceed. Let us return to my father's chambers.
Let us proceed to His Majesty's quarters.
Okay, just two things, simply because they were mentioned in there. For those that don't know, the U3P stands for Underdeveloped Planetary Protection Pact. It was an agreement between the Federation, pretty much all the other superpowers out there, that stated that if a planet did not have space flight on its own, by its own means, they would leave it alone, and nobody was to communicate with them. Now, there's exemptions for if you crashed and you had to get rescued and such like this, but it's very much like some of the islands and tribes and everything else like this here on, just here around the world, you're supposed to not interact with them at all. I'm actually doing very well tonight. I had my own bout of insomnia yesterday, so I was up for 36 hours and crashed for probably 14 to 16 hours, and now I'm wide awake and still on a day off, so I can get ready for work. The other thing is Kenny. That was mentioned in that previous cutscene. if I'm remembering correctly, he is the primary character, the main character in the StarOcean Till the End of Time game. So now that we got those done.
Indeed. Maester Midas and everyone are like to be present already.
Yeah, it's Insomnia is never any fun.
Sorry, but my answer is no.
Is that so?
What's up?
Would you mind waiting a moment longer?
It was Leticia who ran about trying to complete the Folga, while Melthia completed preparations. Raymond and the others helped along the way, and Malkia provided the stones. I simply showed up at the right time. Hardly a praiseworthy accomplishment.
And yet it would not have reached completion without you. I must also make amends for not protecting you after you saved Albert.
It does not befit a king to dwell on the past. Admit that what happened was beyond your control. Your softness is what enables Lambert to take advantage of you.
Midas.
And the war is not yet over. Regardless of the truth, the path this nation has followed for the past 14 years was set by the choice you made long ago. Grant me a seat now for my meritorious deeds pertaining to the Folga, and you know full well that conflict will follow.
Midas.
You recognize the Folga is not a weapon of war. That alone is honor enough. However, if you must absolutely insist on seeing me rewarded, grant me a Folga of my own once everything is settled. That is all I ask.
No, 2 Folga.
Why?
If we live long enough, there may come a time where we wish to fly our separate ways, don't you think?
No, 1 is enough.
Very well, it shall be done.
What's so amusing?
Oh, it is merely that I never thought I would live to see you make such a face.
I agree.
Blast you both.
Huh, don't think you have to worry anymore.
Father, Maester Midas, I must speak with you about what's to come. May I?
Are you really gonna tag along? I can't imagine you've ever been in a real scuffle.
Please don't underestimate me. My grandfather taught me how to shoot, and my grandmother instructed me in close quarters combat.
Both their
A war on an
specialties.
underdeveloped planet doesn't frighten me.
Grandparents
another
have been there,
thing.
done that.
Address me with a little more respect.
Oh, got it, Marielle. But isn't assisting in a war about as big a violation of the UP3 as it gets?
I am keeping my involvement to the bare minimum. I came with as little equipment as possible to reduce the impact the Federation's actions have upon this planet's historical trajectory. Not to mention that I came here alone.
Just relax, okay? A whole lot happened, but we're gonna be fighting on the same side now. So let's try and keep things friendly, okay?
I was just asking if she's ready. I don't think a Kenny would get cold feet over a little UP3 infraction. And how can I question your moxie after you went and stole a ship?
If you doubt my resolve, then I'll convince you with my actions. I am in no position to argue anyway.
Oh, getting the
Ray,
webcam?
Don't you think that was a little childish?
As long as she's flashing around her Fed credentials, she deserves all she gets.
Regardless, the war on this planet is nearing its end. We need to make sure we leave with no regrets.
Yes, I'm... In all honesty, I'm in a constant argument with
Not much
myself
time left till
as
things are
to
set to really pop off. Wonder what everyone else is up to.
whether or not I want a webcam. So it's... One side is like, yes, webcam would be great for the channel. It'll help increase everything going, so...
The last man falls.
Yeah, it's... I look at it this way as, like, for me, because I do this as a hobby, as far as I'm concerned. So, actually, let's just pause this, so we'll go to chatting. And we're back. Sorry about that, but I was going to have a conversation and do a little bit of describing as to what was going on with bot commands. And you guys don't need to see that. You're here to watch StarOcean. Okay.
Can I help you?
Wow, you're definitely lagging.
Ray,
What's up?
it would seem that we are nearing the end.
Yeah.
Ray, if I may, what is your home planet like?
I guess it's a normal planet.
I know not what you consider normal.
It's
Good
just normal. What can I say? Hey, Leticia. Tell me, what's the kingdom of Osirius like?
It is beautiful, vast, and normal.
Yep. For most people, normal is wonderful.
Oh, why must you tease me so, Ray?
I'm sorry for teasing you. To be perfectly honest, my mind is just focused on preparing for what needs to be done tomorrow.
I pray tomorrow brings us victory.
You said it. Guess I'd better get some shut-eye.
Let's see, what quests are kicking around? Okay. Yeah, I don't really care much about that, so... Sometimes I'll focus, I'll just end up hyper-focusing on side quests, but there are other times where I'll just kind of hyper-focus on the story.
a soldier. Any such slacker will have that lax attitude whipped right back into shape.
What the hell is there locking it on?
Have you completed your preparations, everyone?
Yep.
The Royal Army and Fulga unit have already reached the plains south of Baldar. We must make haste.
Should probably stock up a little bit. Yeah, should be good. Don't exactly use a lot of items.
Everyone, do remain alert. We now move to make our way through Baldar.
We've normally fast traveled, but it's not exactly far from here. Actually, let's... No, that's not where I want to go. Let's actually see about getting, because I don't know, I have a feeling we're going to go off-world and have a bunch of stuff to do off-world. So I want to make sure I try to get the side quests here complete. Like, especially the first one for the alchemy, because, well, that's going to be significant use later on. I've only got 4 of 6 crafting methods unlocked. So I need electromagnetic bombs. I need 3 more of those. Weapons and armor.
Anyone home?
We have some new stuff.
Okay. Oof. care about these potions. Ooh. Plus 156 attack. That's not there. So I'm gonna have to turn around and do those are what I need.
How'd you feel then?
Okay, so I'm gonna have to do some
you
selling and crafting just to get my money up and try to fill out the rest of those bombs. So for that, I'm gonna cut away for the episode, and when we come back, we'll continue on. Okay, so this is going to take me a lot longer than I thought. I'm gonna have to do a lot of grinding because I'm getting the distinct feeling that once we're done this, we're getting off planet, and I've only got 4 out of 7 craftings unlocked, so before I'm leaving from here, I want to at least try to get as many of them unlocked as I can. So right now it's the electromagnetic bomb. It's being a real pain for me to get. It's taking a while, so I have to just sit here and crafting. So this is going to be a long-term grind, so I'm actually going to leave this episode here and grind out. I don't know when the next episode's going to come out, but I've got a stupid amount of grinding to do. So I'm going to just turn around and just try to grind it out and get all the craftings and them up to level 10, which is I think the max. And then we'll be back playing and continuing on with the storyline. I'm not able to give a better accounting as to how long it's going to take, because, well, yeah. So thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Sorry it's a little bit shorter than normal. And we'll see you all next time.